Hi beautiful, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to do another full face of makeup using one color packaged makeup. Does that make sense? So I've recently shopped my stash once again, and I've collected all the makeup products that I own that are packaged in peach, and surprisingly enough, I have a bunch of products and enough to create a full face. So without further ado, let's hop right into the video. I am going to prime my skin first. I know I have not primed my skin for a while, but since this is going to be a makeup look and also shopping our stash, I'm going to use the Makeup Max Skin Filter Blur Primer. I love Makeup Max's packaging. It's so cute and girly and very chic at the same time. It's not that overly like trashy packaging, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, I don't have any peach package brow products, so I've already filled in my brows off camera. So I think I'm going to start with the eyes today because I want the primer to really sink into the skin. For the eyeshadow today, I really want to create a glam look, obviously minus lashes. So I'm going to try and use the tape technique. I have not done this for a long time. The last time I did this trick was, I don't know, years ago, and that was when we were living in our old flat. I like the eyeshadow to be a little bit angled and not upwards but outwards. Oh my gosh. I have this MCO Beauty eyeshadow palette, and this one is just peachy. This is the third time I'm going to use this eyeshadow palette in a video, and I absolutely love this. I purchased this for only $12, which is unbelievable, but honestly, the quality of this eyeshadow palette is amazing. I can't be bothered priming my eyes today, so I'm just gonna jump straight to that shade right there, which is a matte shadow, just to put that all over the lid. It has a little bit of tint to it, but that should be okay. We're not going anywhere today, so I'm not priming my eyes. And I do want to create another halo eye. For transition shade, I think I am going to try and use this shade first. This one right here, which is a orange shade. And that's a little bit pigmented, so I'm going to kind of make sure that I drag that all the way out to where we put the tape. Like, how good is the quality of this eyeshadow? So that's a nice base just so we can warm up the eyeshadow. I'm actually going to try and do somewhat of a halo eye using this shade right here because it's just calling my name. So I'm going to dive straight into this dark brown right here, and I'm going to apply that on the outer V and the inner corner of the lids. And I'm going to go back to that transition shade we use to blend the edges. So we have a lot of warmth in our eyes. I actually wanted to deepen it up a little bit, and I'm going to use this black shade right here. This black has got a little bit of sheen to it, but once you blend it all over the lid, it won't actually show up. So this is just to darken this area. And I'm going to go back to the transition shade just to blend out all of that messiness that we have. And for the negative space that we have, I'm going to use my finger and dip into this somewhat jade color. And with that brush that we used before, I'm just going to blend the shadows without adding anything. So that green didn't really show up. So what I'm going to do is to go and use this crystal powder from Essence, and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. It has a little bit of like flecks of glitter, so I figured that would be a good shade to kind of put on top of the green for it to show up. So it kind of revived the eyeshadow without making it too intense, and I feel like it kind of created the glitter action. So now I'm going to peel off the tape. I think that should be fine. I kind of want it to be a little bit sharp. Now moving on to the foundation, I have this Peach Perfect mattifying foundation, and this is from Too Faced. I love this foundation. I've worn this foundation so much during summertime because it's transfer proof, it's waterproof, and it just lasts all day long. And the coverage is amazing. The only thing I don't like is the scent because it has that artificial peach scent to it, which if you're sensitive to scent, it can be a little bit too much. And I have the shade Warm Beige. And I find that this shade match works for me both winter and summer. And as you can see, it immediately gave me a full medium coverage, so I'm just gonna quickly go in with a few pumps just to the areas where I really need to cover. For concealer today, Makeup Revolution Supersize Conceal and Define, and this is in the shade 8.5, which I like because it brightens my whole entire face and it works great, especially when I have a darker shade of foundation. It kind of just brightens it up a little bit. For that harsh line, I'm just going to go over it with my foundation brush to tone down the brightness a little bit. And before I set my face, I'm going to do a cream contour because I don't have a bronzer that is packaged in peach, but I do have this Fenty Beauty matchsticks, and this one is in the shade Truffle, and I love this bronzer because it dries from cream to powder, but since it was tucked away, I've forgotten about this. I used to use this on the daily, and then I would just set it with a translucent powder and the color is still visible. And for blush today, again, I don't have any blush that is packaged in peach, so I'm going to use this lip tint. Actually, this is a cheek and lip tint from Peri Para, and this is a K-beauty brand. And again, I love this product because it lasts a long time on my skin. So the way I apply this is I pop some on the back of my hand. This it has a moussey texture, so I find that it doesn't blend as great if I were to dot it straight onto my face. So I probably like put that much, and then I grab a stippling brush and spread the product and kind of just dab it on my face, and it smells so good. And I could put this product on top of the makeup and it won't disturb the foundation. To set my face, I'm going to use the Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Powder from Too Faced. I've used this in my previous video, but this is the only product that I have it in both gold and peach. So I don't like to apply a lot because this has a really weird scent that I'm not a fan of, but the finish that it gives on the face is amazing. So I like to use my sponge to set my under eyes. And since the foundation is mattifying already, I don't need to set it even more because it can look a little bit cakey. So I'm just gonna lightly dab a translucent powder on the areas where I think is going to budge, and then the excess powder I will kind of just dab it on top of the cream contour and blush that we did. I have this Essence Crystal Power Blush and Highlighter, so I think I might try and use a little bit of that blush right there, just a teeny tiny bit, to kind of intensify the blush that we already have. And for highlighter, I am going to go and use this shade right here that's called Glowing Energy. This is a little bit of a glittery highlight, but I absolutely love the glow that it gives, and it's pretty affordable too. And to finish off the lower lash line, I don't like to do a lot because it's going to close off my eyes fully. So I'm just going to use the dark brown right here and concentrate that on the outer V of my eyes, also to kind of smudge out the sharp line and connect that on top. Since the line has been already dragged underneath, I'm kind of just going to smudge it a little bit so it's not too intense. And I think I want to apply a little bit of this blue shade next to the green. So I am going to use the same brush and kind of just pop that on the inner part of the eye, and then go back to that brown shade to blend it a little bit. And for the inner corner highlight, I am going to go and use this shade right here. So I tried to really load up my mascara. I don't have any false lashes. I think I might have thrown out a few, but also I can't really be bothered applying false lashes at this point. So I think I am gonna quickly just go over the bronzer a little bit. So what I like to do is to grab the brush that I use to apply my foundation. I kind of just go over the areas where I really want to chisel. And this product is amazing because you could apply this on top of the foundation or underneath, and it doesn't really disturb the product whatsoever. For lips today, I have a liquid lipstick which I have not used in a very long time. Like recently I have been using just a lip balm or like a lip gloss. So for lip liner, I have this XO Beauty lip liner in the shade Marie, which is my name. And then I have this Revolution liquid lipstick. This is a matte formula, and this one is in the shade Noble. I purchased this a while back. I actually do love Makeup Revolution's formula. And I actually quite love this shade because it has that warm brown undertone. And to set the rest of my face, I have this Glow Recipe Watermelon Ultra Fine Mist because our face is looking a little bit too matte, so I like to spritz this one. Even on the daily, just to give a little bit of luminosity to the skin. I do have oily skin, but I have been enjoying a luminous glow. And here is my final makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I am going to do one more video for this Shop My Stash series. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel for more updates. Please keep safe, wash your hands all the time, and please try to stay at home as much as you can. This is going to disappear soon, whatever is happening in the world, and let's just not lose hope. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.